Sometimes you just gotta say, fuck it, you know? Stop talking to me, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Yo, wait.
What's going on, everybody? Decided to do an FL Studio tutorial today. I'm going to start with something real basic. I'm just going to show the sidechain compression technique that you're hearing in a lot of my songs and a lot of every damn dance song you hear, really. This is a simple one. I'll just keep it short and sweet. You can leave comments, likes, questions, whatever in the comments, and I'll probably upload some more advanced stuff in the future, so here we go. So first you got two instruments. You've got a kick drum and you've got a synthesizer here. So here's the kick drum, nothing fancy. Okay, and the synthesizer I've got nothing fancy. So I'm just going to build a quick melody and then I'll show you what I'm talking about with sidechain compression. Just make up some generic melody really quick. Alright, so with nothing going on, I've got a kick drum routed to track 1, and I've got the synthesizer routed to track 2, and this is what it sounds like right now. Alright, and now for the sidechaining part. And what sidechaining really is you're just taking a signal from an instrument, in this case a kick drum, and you're sending it to another mixer track, and it's up to you to decide what to do with that signal. In this case, we're going to use it to trigger gain reduction or pull the volume down on this synthesizer every time the kick drum hits, and then it'll release it when the kick drum isn't playing. So first you highlight the kick drum track, and down here on track 2 where sidechain synth is, the synthesizer, you can right click just above the effects box here and choose sidechain to this track. So now you're sending the kick drum signal from track 1 to track 2. You can't hear it. You could hear the kick drum coming out of track 2 if you turn this volume knob up, but in this case we don't need that, so we'll leave it down. Now, what are we going to do with the signal? Rather, what are we going to use to pull the volume down? Well, we'll use one of the plugins that comes with FL Studio, the limiter. So from your effects menu here, load up Fruity Limiter, and this next part of the video I'll show you how to set it up. Alright, so again we got the kick drum sidechained to the synthesizer signal. We've got the Fruity Loops limiter loaded up into mixer track 2 where the synthesizer is. And the signal is getting sent to this track, but we're not doing anything with it yet. Inside of FL limiter here, you'll also notice there's a compression tab. So this thing is actually a limiter and a compressor, which is pretty cool. I use this all the time when I'm sidechaining. Like it works, it's simple, it sounds good, why not? But the first step is to go to the compression tab from within this limiter, and there's a sidechain dial here. You can actually drag up click and drag up or whatever and select a channel. But in my opinion, it's easier if you hold your mouse over the dial and right click, and it actually will tell you what mixer track is being sent here. In this case, kick drum. So I'm going to select the kick drum. So now the kick drum is sending to track 2 into the limiter. And we're going to use that to compress the signal when the kick drum hits. And when I say compress the signal, I mean compress the shit out of it and pull the volume all the way down to the point where you pretty much can't hear it. And it creates that nice pumping effect. And I'll show you it right here. Here it is with nothing. And the first thing we're going to do is use the threshold. And what this is going to do is pull the volume down. And you'll start to see an outline of the kick drum show up in here in the limiter. And you want to pull this output level fader down below that peak. It'll make sense. And you'll see this white line going across the center of the limiter display start to go down. That means it's pulling the volume down. So now you can see the line going through these peaks. Alright, now let's set a ratio on the compressor. I don't have any scientific numbers or anything. I just drag it until it sounds good. And that'll actually complete what we're trying to do here. So now you'll hear when the kick drum is hitting, it's pulling the volume down on the synthesizer and then letting go of it when the kick is not hitting. So you get this up and down bouncing effect. It sounds really cool. I'll have more tutorials in the future, stuff that's more advanced. I'm just trying to knock out some stuff here. If you like it, comment, definitely subscribe. And I got more beats coming soon, man, so thanks. Later.